Welcome to ThinLine, where Western riders, English riders, riders of all disciplines have found the most revolutionary product on the market, designed for the comfort of both the horse and the rider. ThinLine. Not only saddle pads, but tack, bridles, reins. What is ThinLine, and how is it different? ThinLine comes in two thicknesses, and the only real difference between ThinLine and Ultra ThinLine is their thickness. ThinLine is 1/4 of an inch, makes horses more willing to go by rapidly diffusing weight and impact while in motion. Ultra ThinLine is a performance-enhancing product for the rider and the horse. It offers shock absorption for the rider and comfort for the horse, but with this pad, the rider feels more of the effect. Because of the technology, the change of thickness makes them ride and perform differently. ThinLine eliminates the loud and sudden noises of the seat while retaining communication in quiet moments. This saddle pad is recommended for beginner riders, young horses, and sports where there's a lot of pounding on the horse's back. Ultra ThinLine reduces rider movement in more ways than ThinLine. It absorbs up and down movement, but also has no shear forward and back as well as left to right movement. So the product is so thin the saddle remains stable, and the horse is more balanced so the rider can give smaller, lighter aids, thereby furthering the communication with the horse. Ultra ThinLine not only leads to horses lifting their backs, it also leads to immediate, better equitation. How does ThinLine compare to other foams? Competitors' foams compress as the rider's weight lightens, spring back, launching the rider. Gels, in addition to creating heat, move with shear force, so the rider is always left a little behind the movement. ThinLine non-compression technology. This is a unique open cell foam which moves shock, weight, and heat laterally. Beginning as a liquid, microscopic cells are poured into a mold, then polarized so each cell lies end to end, creating a tunnel. Another layer is poured on top and polarized in a new direction. This process is repeated hundreds of times, creating a honeycomb matrix, allowing impact and heat to move laterally like rings of water when you throw a stone into a quiet pond. Integrity and softness allow ThinLine to flex and stretch over high withers, around bones, splints, curves, or saddle pressure points without bottoming out, reducing the amount of ThinLine in the area of needing the highest protection. ThinLine is one of the most shock-absorptive materials on the market. In the following video, we'll see how ThinLine compares to other pads in shock absorbency by dropping a golf ball on the pad and showing the impact hit. Take note on how each pad reacts to the initial impact. All ThinLine pads are 100% breathable. So breathable, in fact, you can see water passing through the material. This will make your horse more comfortable and happier while riding. Ultra ThinLine is the only saddle pad scientifically proven to show improvement in rider equitation. Motion detectors were placed on riders. Riders of different levels rode in a plain cotton pad or a cotton comfort pad with Ultra ThinLine. Measurements were taken at the trot and canter. The difference to equitation in an Ultra ThinLine pad is quite measurable. The Ultra ThinLine reduced the rider movement and thereby improved rider equitation. We give you connection and protection because we value every ride. ThinLine protects horses against impact, distributes rider weight for extended hours of comfort, ventilates to keep muscles from overheating. Stabilizes the saddle, allowing horses to work with more comfort and confidence. ThinLine, always guaranteed.